Eating during Ramadan, Islamic police in Nigeria will arrest you for that. Because Armin, it would not be Ramadan
Yeah.
unless we had some stories about people getting arrested for eating. Happens every year like
Nigeria, though.
clockwork.
Nigeria is it's not even, it's half Muslim country. You get arrested for eating in Ramadan in a half Muslim country now.
I mean, yeah, this
It's
happened in
in a half
the
Christian,
state. This happened in
half.
Kano, and we know what happens in Kano. It's not good.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's get into it. During the holy month of Ramadan, a period marked by fasting from dawn to sunset, the Islamic police force, known as Hisbah in the northern Nigerian state of Kano, arrested 11 Muslims for eating during daylight hours. Kano, where Sharia law is implemented alongside secular law, sees the Hisbah actively monitoring public compliance with Ramadan's fasting requirements. Lawal Fagge, the spokesperson for the Hisbah, emphasized this focus on maintaining religious observance, stating, quote, "We don't arrest non-Muslims because this doesn't concern them. The only time that they could be guilty of a crime is when we found out that they cook food to sell to Muslims that are supposed to be fasting." The individuals arrested, including a woman selling groundnuts, so basically she's selling these nuts and they caught her eating her own nuts that she sells, were released after promising to adhere to fasting for the remainder of Ramadan, and in some cases were handed over to their families for closer supervision. This action underscores the strict adherence to religious practice enforced in many parts of Nigeria, reflecting the broader tensions between the supposedly secular laws and religious mandates. Um, a positive profit, please. um, so like I said before, it would not be Ramadan unless we had some stories about people getting arrested for merely trying to eat. Usually, these stories come out of Morocco. Morocco typically really cracks down on people during Ramadan, but this time it's
In Iran
Nigeria.
as well.
Yeah, and Armin, you
Yeah, and
expressed
people.
surprise about this happening, but I have to say that do not forget that the Hisbah in Nigeria, we covered the story a few years ago, started getting businesses into trouble for having mannequins with faces.
Oh
And remember,
yeah.
they refused to
Wow.
have mannequins with faces. And let's see, everyone, if you can guess what is haram, what is so bad about the mannequins. Armin, you take your
Yeah.
guess.
I know, because people think it's about sex, but it's about shirk.
It's about idolatry. They think that
Yeah.
people are going to worship the
Mannequins.
mannequins.
Like do tab off around the mannequins.
Yeah,
People are
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god, this must be an idol. Let me worship it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The problem is not people think that it's like, oh, they don't like the female mannequins because it's women cover their faces, blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. The problem is idolatry. Okay. So are we
Right.
really that surprised that the Hisbah is enforcing this during Ramadan?
I
No.
I want us to be surprised. You know what, guys? This should not be normal, right? Imagine what could make it illegal to eat food. To eat food. Like I know this for a lot of us coming from Islamic country, like I don't know Zaid and a lot of other you guys and myself, that we go like, yeah, yeah. In some places, when you eat food in public, they arrest you for that. But this should not be. We should be shocked. This is not. This cannot be considered sane. Imagine a religion having an ideology that like, oh yeah, eating food, you will get arrested if you eat food. Like, what is more human? What is more, this is a sort of like, we have been eating food since we were bacteria. Okay, this is part of being alive, and you made that. Right? Okay.
I was not
Like
expecting
ever,
bacteria.
yeah, it goes back there. It goes back to that time, right? Ever since we became the first single cell organism. Before that, okay, we were consuming food. Okay, right? That's how ancient this is. All right, and they have managed to make that even that illegal. I don't understand. Okay.
Oh
Oh
my
God.
god. It's so like This is also what I found very chilling. So the spokesperson for the Hisbah was saying that they were freed after promising to start fasting from now on, and quote, for some of them, we had to see their relatives or guardians in order to have the family monitor them. So I love the community like self-policing, you know. I love the internal policing, your family or now your new police. What's the proper word for this, Armin? The oh, his no,
Wait.
the commanding right and forbidding evil.
Oh, Amr b'Maruf and Nahy Munkar.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mm.
Can you explain like why that's relevant here for people
I
that
said the
aren't
Persian
familiar with
version.
with the
Uh,
doctrine, like in explain
yeah,
that doctrine. No.
There's a Quranic verse that mandates you to go and for advertise good. Like, how do you say this in English? To go and recommend, bring people to doing good
Promoting
things and
virtue and
forbid
forbidding vice.
vice. Exactly. Yes. 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 So yeah, so basically in Islam, it's as a Muslim, it's your duty to see if somebody is not having their hijab properly, or somebody is not fasting during Ramadan, or somebody who's missing their prayer. It is not a recommendation that you go tell them that, like, yeah, it is a command. You have to do it. Basically, the Islamic State or Islamic Sharia turns everybody into a police. Like, they want everybody to turn people against each other, to turn everybody has to do police. Muslims are supposed to police other Muslim. Oh, enjoin good and forbid evil. Exactly, opposite. That's the English version. Yeah. By the way, can I mention a few things about Ramadan?
Mhm.
Um, my I shouldn't say who. So one of my family members, right, when he goes to work, he is addicted to coffee, and he
I love
cannot
this story.
drink. He cannot not have his coffee in the morning. Okay, and he drinks a lot of coffee. Even when he's driving, he's drinking coffee. And during Ramadan in Iran, when he's driving to work, for him not to miss his coffee while he's driving, because while he's driving, if he drinks his coffee, the police sees that, okay, it's Ramadan, that he might get arrested. So he has came up with the method. He has a long straw that goes from his coffee under his beard to his mouth, and while he's driving, from under his beard, he has a straw in his mouth, and he drinks coffee while driving. Yeah, so that's a clever thing. Also, by the way, in Iran, they close pools. During Ramadan, restaurants are closed, and that's when during Ramadan, if you have a renovation, you try to do it during Ramadan because you can't have your restaurant open anyways. But
Mm.
pools close down as well because you're not allowed to swim during Ramadan, because it's not just eating that will stop your fast. There are a couple of other things that will ruin your
Water
fast as
over
well.
your head, right?
Yeah, so if your head goes below water, your fast is broken. So you can't swim during Ramadan. Yeah. And also, if you have enough dust, if you inhale enough dust, your fast is broken. So like, people, I remember when I was a kid, and there were some cars like trying to driving around, and the dust was going in, and there was a man shouting like, "Stop it! How dare you! People are fasting. There's dust in the air. You're breaking people's fast." I was getting so angry, and people were banging on the car that you're breaking people's fast. How dare you? What are you doing? So that was a thing. Another thing I wanted to tell you about Ramadan is that when I was in Tehran University, Ramadan was a great opportunity to pick up girls in university. Right? Why? Because, yeah, because during Ramadan, we people, all of us who didn't, observe Islam, and we're a little bit bold. Like, a lot of people don't observe Islamic rules, but they are not bold enough to bring food to school during Ramadan, right? But some of us were bold enough to bring food. But when we bring food, like, we have to try to put it in enough plastic covering so that when you're carrying your food to university, your bag doesn't smell like food, right? So you have
Mm.
to cover it enough. But then when you want to eat during break time in university, when you want to eat your food during Ramadan, there's a hiding spot. There's certain hiding spots that we have know that this is an eating area and it's hidden, and you're like, there's under the stairs behind somewhere that people don't usually come. And the good thing is that all the people who are bold enough to actually bring food to university and eat it, we all go there. And here's the thing: the girls who bring food are usually girls. Thug life, exactly. The girls who bring food are girls who are more liberal minded. They're more, if they're breaking these rules, they're probably also break other rules. They are also open to breaking other rules. So these are girls who are
The bad
more
boys,
easily,
bad
they,
girls. Let's go,
yes.
baby.
Yeah. So I remember under those stairs, those were some of the best times to get to know girls and pick up girls and know them and exchange numbers and stuff like that. That was a really fun time. I,
Rizabah.
yes. Also, guys, I want to do a public service announcement. Do not fast. Okay, fasting, dry fast. So we have two types of fasting. Okay, we have water fasting and we have dry fasting. The Islamic fasting is a form of dry fasting, right? Water fasting, some people say it's good for you, some people argue that. But anybody who tells you fasting is good and there's scientific evidence that fasting is good for you, they're talking about water fasting. They're not talking about dry fasting. Okay. Water fasting, there is some evidence. Some people don't agree. They're within the scientific community. There is some disagreement about the benefits of water fasting for everybody. There are benefits of water fasting for certain people. Maybe like for people who have diabetes. I'm not a health expert. Go look that up yourself. Okay, so but if there is any benefit for fasting, it's not from dry fasting. So what is water fasting? Water fasting is when you fast for a period of time and you don't eat food, but you do drink water. You do drink water. Dry fasting is when you avoid eating food and water. That is harmful. There is no debate about this. This is almost unanimously agreed upon within the scientific community. Not drinking water is not healthy. You never, nobody within the health industry would ever tell you that not drinking water for a period of time will get you any health benefit. It's very hard for you to drink enough water for it to become harmful for you to drink water. Usually drinking more water is better for your health. This is Islamic fasting, which is a form of dry fasting, is most definitely harmful to your health. You do not, because you're not supposed to eat any food from morning to dusk and drink any water. Avoiding drinking that much water for that period of time is obviously harmful to your body. Ramadan fasting is harmful to your body. It's unhealthy. Do not fast during Ramadan. Islam is bad for you in so many ways. And here's another one.
Oops. So, yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying their Ramadan as much as possible. If you are a ex-Muslim living in an Islamic country, or maybe a community or family that forces you to fast, there are lots of tips online to give you suggestions about
Right.
how you can avoid being forced to fast, because many people don't understand that there are millions of people around the world that are forced to fast when they don't want to. And so I know Faithless Hijabi every year puts out suggestions on how to keep yourself safe and healthy and fed during Ramadan. Hide little crackers. They're like, you can hide little empty water bottles around your bedroom, and tons of little tips to help you get through the month if you don't want to fast. Um,
Mm.
so
This Ramadan,
ex-Muslims,
drink plenty of
solidarity.
water,
Yeah,
guys.
we have plenty of recommendations to help you get through it.
Guys, let's make, how about this? How about we start a campaign every Ramadan, that we turn Ramadan into a public awareness month about how much water, drinking water, is important on a regular basis. We use, from now on, we use Ramadan as a reminder for people to carry water bottles with them and drink more water. drink more water. Not just Ramadan, at all times, every month in the year, always, yes. Look at me and Susie, okay? Drinking water is so important. Me and Susie always have a water bottle next to us, okay? This Ramadan and every other month, don't forget to drink your water. Stay
You want to
hydrated.
know why Armin looks so good? Why he looks so young? It's the hydration, baby. You want
It
skin
actually
like
is.
this? You gotta hydrate, baby.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh,
You
we
were
got
not
a whole
kidding though,
bunch of
Armin. One
super
time you
chat.
were like, the best way to make women like hydrate is just to tell them it's good for their skin.
Yes, guys, here's the best way to make men do healthy things, okay, is to tell them that it's good for their sex. Like
Yeah.
they have, they have higher sexual abilities. And the best way to encourage most women to do healthy things is to tell them that it's good for their skin, right? So if you want men to sleep more, tell them like, hey, sleeping more means that you are more powerful during sex. Drinking more water, and it's true, these are not lies. If you want to get men to drink more water, just tell them that's better for sex. If you want them to not smoke, if you want men to quit smoking, tell them smoking will give you erectile dysfunction. Just tell them that. Like that's a great motivation for men to quit smoking, right? If you want to get women to quit smoking, tell them that smoking is bad for their skin. And all of these are true, by the way, and it works. Yeah.
Zaid actually had another good tip. Also, great tip: make Christian friends if you're living in a Muslim country, and make sneaking food and drink a lot easier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Christians have figured it out.
And this is a sweet comment. Young Atheist is saying, thanks a lot, Armin, Susanna, and Atheist Republic for the support, especially Susanna. You were like a sister to me, and your support means the world to me. Well, thank you, Young Atheist. We miss you when you're not here. We're so glad that you're doing well. And, if you
Stay
ever,
safe.
stay safe. And if you ever need help, you know how to contact me.
No.
AP. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. No. As narrated by Aisha. Prophet Muhammad said, staying hydrated will give you riz.
I wish he said that. Actually, if he said that, that would be the only thing that he said that was good. Yeah. That would be a hadith I would endorse.
Yeah. And so that brings us to the end of our show today. Armin, is there anything else you needed to share or touch base
we have
on?
Super chat. We have some
Oh
super
my God,
chat.
I'm so sorry. Jean gave us some shekels saying, Susanna, I sent you a message on Instagram. Thank you, Jean. I'll make sure to check that. I am super backed up on answering my messages. Kamran just gave us a super sticker. Thank you. And Erkin also gave us a super sticker. Thank you so much for the support, you guys.
Thank you.
If you are interested in supporting Atheist Republic, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Okay, we're so close to hitting 50K. You can help us get over 50K by subscribing to us on YouTube. And maybe there's some people that want to support, but they don't like our super chats or membership because of the satanic names. So in the description, there is a link to support us on PayPal. You can just donate one time, or you can become a monthly donor. We are a registered 501c3 in the United States. So everything that you give or can support, even if it's just recommending us to someone else, it does help us and our community a lot. Oh,
do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.